Hi everybody, and a warm welcome back to Maple Leaf Customs in Switzerland. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a Hot Wheels 8-crate. Designed by Phil Riehlman, it came out in the 2002 first edition series. I've had this one for a little while now, been wondering exactly what to do with it, and then this opportunity presented itself. And so this is going to be my entry to the Diecast Mafia Station Wagon Challenge. And I've got some plans for this. Verbatim from the Hot Wheels Fandom site, the 8-crate is a customized 1955 Ford Ranch Wagon. The Hot Wheels casting takes the classic mid-50s style of the Ranch Wagon and the limited production Ford Parklane, converts it to a mid-engine racing car with engine pipes coming out through a central rectangular hole in a cutaway sunroof. Overall, the 8-crate, even though customized, retains the style of the era, leaving the casting as a brilliantly sculpted miniature of the classic 1950s Americana and the Suburban family with the white-picket fence, crossed with the high-octane world of racing. Well said, and a good summary of the look of this particular car, from a design era that I'm quite fond of. Coming up soon on my channel, you'll want to be tuned in for my 4,000 YouTube sub 4 Customs giveaway featuring the Porsche 917. July 1st is Canada Day, and everybody's invited to participate in customizing any car in the Canadian flag colors of red and white. I hope you'll join in. I get my jeweler's saw blade all waxed up because the first order of business is removing the hood right along the casting lines, so I don't need to tape anything or use a marker here. Out it comes. It's about a 2-minute job, and that's going to require a little bit of careful filing just so the jagged edges are removed and any inconsistencies in the cut lines are straightened out. That's the first of many dry fits today. It's looking good. It really was a great time for beautiful car designs, don't you agree? To be honest with you, I kind of like the original Hot Wheels paint scheme on this one, and that's not something I can always say each week. But off it comes with my ferocious French brand paint stripper. Here's everybody's favorite time-lapse sequence. And now I've got a clean canvas to do whatever I want on this one. Today's community shout-out goes to Jamie at Devil's Customs and Creatures, a YouTube channel that I quite like, and I invite you to follow the link that I left in the description to see what Jamie's up to with mashups and customs and great Gaslands theme builds there. You'll enjoy it, I can promise you that. Thanks for checking it out. Of all of the outrageously unrealistic things that Hot Wheels does, the chrome interiors have to top the list. You just don't see that in real life. So a little bit of oven cleaner and 5 minutes on the egg timer. I rinse it off in water, and I'm down to the underlying black plastic. I'm using the very smart and very practical Jim Silva method of taping off my casting and applying JB Weld from the inside in order to fill in the gap left by the sunroof. And therefore I can take out the mid-engine velocity stacks and file that down smooth. It'll just get repainted in a matching black, so you'll never even notice it there, but you might catch a glimpse of the steering wheel through the open side window. So I drill a hole for the column. I'm going with either option A of a 3D printed model or option B. Came up tails, option B. I guess we're all products of our childhood and our environments, aren't we? And I'm old enough to remember lots of chrome and big fins and that kind of design styling, so I want to take some time and chrome this one up properly, including the undercarriage, and some exhaust system pipes. Just using Vallejo acrylic chrome paint here, and when that's dried up, I go over it with a little bit of red for some highlight. Things are moving along well. Now for the front grille and the rear bumper. Same treatment. I remember them well from back in the day. Okay, it's the next day and I can remove the masking tape that served as basically my mold for the JB weld. And as you can see, there's going to be minimal filing involved. Looks like I had ridges on that masking tape. That's kind of weird. But it's just a 60-second filing job and a little bit of 240 grit sandpaper. And we're looking smooth as a baby's bum. I'll be able to primer right over top of that. I've got a rust-colored primer which I favor when I'm going to do a weathering job. And that's what's in store for this one in a couple of minutes. While that dries up, I'll show you the left side or the original Hot Wheels plastic, and on the right, an upgrade to some real rubber Samet wheels. The axles are a little bit long, so I just need to clip it to length and crimp it, like so. JB Super Weld is actually a resin pen with a UV light that cures it instantly. Thanks again to Paul at Diecast Graveyard for supplying me with that. Another dry fit, make sure I got good clearance. Everything's rolling as it should. Zoom. Make sure you visit www.sametwheels.com or see them on Facebook or Instagram or WhatsApp and use the promo code MAPLELEAF when you make your next order, and they'll include a free gift for you. I printed 3 different options of engines that I might use in this open hood concept that I've got now. First couple of them have twin turbochargers. Look at the great detail I'm getting on this third one with the belts and the lead wires are printed like threads. That's the one I'm going with, so I chromed it up. Looks like this. I painted the fan belt black, and just with a toothpick, I'm almost afraid to touch these. But I want to highlight the spark plug wires in red. Came out great. That's going to look awesome as a kind of an exaggerated blown engine up front on the rat rod. Okay, over top of the rust primer, I sprayed hairspray, and I let that dry up. That's my budget chipping agent. Red paint on top of the hairspray, and now I'm scraping off the chrome side highlights down to the bare metal again. That's the easiest way to do it accurately. You might notice the lower half of the casting is masked off. A wet brush activates the chipping agent, and a light touch with a toothpick gives you your rust effect. That's just the first step in the weathering. More to come very soon. A short break to share a mini mail call with you from my buddy Sean Coral, a fellow Canadian. He comes from Toronto. Sean sent a letter with some homemade fridge magnets that he made out of these cool pictures. Channel sticker for Sean's die-cast tech, and a handwritten note. Thank you very much, Sean. I sure appreciate you thinking of me and sending this all the way from Canada to Switzerland. And I'm going to put those magnets on my tool chest, which is metal, of course, and they'll be right here in my hobby room with me. Cool stuff. Now it's plain to see that my two-tone paint scheme is red on top and white on the lower half. Also had hairspray applied so I can do some weathering and chipping. And I'm going with this Indian motorcycle logo because it suits the color and the vintage era as well. I didn't want to exactly copy the Texaco one that you see on my work mat there, but I think this one looks the business. Really happy with the look I'm getting now. The final touches include clear red on the brake lights, the tail lights, and a little bit of clear orange in the back for the indicators. I put matte clear coat on top of everything that I did and ready to put it together now. I did have to file both the inside roof JB Weld and the raised portion of that window that used to stick up through the sunroof, so now they fit flush with each other. Got a good fit in the front and the back. There's my interior with a red steering wheel and a red stick shift knob. The detailed undercarriage has a tab in the back to click in and a good snug fit in the front. Look at that, the wheels are free. And the last thing I'll do is position the blown motor in the front where it used to be a mid-engine. Let's have a closer look. There's the weathering job. I put some Bondo on the roof for an authentic touch, and there's that big overblown engine. Kind of looks good all hopped up in the front like that. Well worn, got a lot of miles on this old girl. I love the detail on the engine. Consider it an Indian Motorcycles company car. Little bit of dirt and grime on the bottom. And overall, it was a good memory of days gone by for me. You could barely even see the wheels on the original because they were tucked in and dark like that, so a little more visibility that way, which I think is a nice touch. And you can see my car all finished now, sitting in the garage diorama. It's had some work done to it, and it looks like it needs a little more body work, but hey, it's a rat rod with those fast wheels and the big engine. You don't want to line up beside this one at the red light, because when it goes green, it'll smoke you. Goes into a custom blister pack. This one is not kid-friendly because of the motor and the lead wires on there. That'd get destroyed pretty quick, but it still gets a certificate of authenticity. And I'll find a local enthusiast who will welcome this into their collection. Thanks so much for visiting today. I wish you a fine day. Come on back soon and often. Drive carefully. It's coffee time.